Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. Season 4 episode, I believe we're on episode like 6 or 7. Let's double check that. But anyway, got much to talk about, so just gonna get right on to it. The couple that I need to talk about the most right now, we're gonna start with is Jen and Rishi. So this episode, it starts off with Jen going to this like dance class with one of her friends that she met in India before, and she goes to take a really good, and I was really surprised with her moves. Like she kept up with this guy's dance moves and everything, and took the class and everything, and she said she became good friends with the instructor. After the class was over, she decides to talk to him about Rishi and everything, says why she's here and like what Rishi is doing and everything. And she flat out asked him, do you think Rishi's parents are going to be accepting? And he said it's only up to Rishi. It's only up to Rishi. So later we see Jen and Rishi go to his friend's house, and Rishi wants Jen to be the traditional Indian wife. Now again, we've seen this, I do this comparison a lot. This is a Jenny Submit part 2, basically. They go to Rishi's friend's house, and the women there were talking to Jen about how to be an Indian woman. So they gave her the scarf and put the red thing on her forehead and everything, and mentioned that their spouses, their men, wake up at 4. The women actually wake up at 4 in the morning to make tea for their husbands and everything. And she was like, 4 in the morning? Really? 4 in the morning? I don't know. But I mean, if that's the Indian culture, then I can't say nothing about it. So there was a group of girls in the room at Rishi's friend's house, and Rishi actually could not, by rule, he could not be in the same room as the girls when they were talking, And Jen was like, I actually like that rule because Rishi's been making me mad lately, and it's good to see, it's good to have some girl time without him around. So yeah, I guess in Indian culture that if a group of girlfriends are hanging out and stuff, a guy cannot be present with them. The guy has to be out the way and stuff, And have I heard of that rule? I haven't heard of that as a rule, but it's here is kind of common courtesy. Some people unless you're in a run and go situation that you just want to but when if you're in a situation where you're the only guy and you're in a group of all girls, usually sometimes the guy likes to step away so the girls can have their little girl time. So Jen was actually happy about that and everything, and she was listening to what the women said on how to be an Indian housewife, and Jen was just basically like, what, I respect their cultural and everything, but this is just not for me. This is just not for me, and I don't know how it's gonna affect the relationship with Rishi, but this little tradition Indian housewife thing is just not for me. And she even made a comment saying, I do not have two master's degrees to become a maid. That comment, you could take it or leave it. I agree, but I disagree. I agree that, yeah, if you have 2 master's degrees, you don't want to become a maid. I get that. But how she said that, just remember, you're in a different country. You're in a different cultural, and, everything is different. Everything just gets a lot of things, I shouldn't say everything, but a lot of things get just washed away, when you move to another country. So I would accept that comment in America, but when you're in India, that don't matter. I'm sorry. I feel you to an extent, but just remember where you at and what you signed up for, Jen. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, that was Jen and Rishi. Next couple I want to talk is Danielle and Johan. So we only got to see them for one scene this episode. Johan did not stay the night at Danielle's hotel room. They had a big fight in last week's episode when Johan mentioned that his exes actually had an abortion instead of an actual miscarriage and everything, and Danielle was all upset and everything. So Johan comes in to the hotel room to talk to Danielle, and kiss and made up. He said he thought that they had a miscarriage, but I don't know. I'm still not keen on that. That's just something you gotta really know, and that's just something you don't want to really like put out the wrong way. We're not going to get into the abortion debates or none of that here, but you should not lie or like fabricate a story when it comes to something like that. So I actually, for one, see Danielle's point. Now, throughout the season so far, I have not been liking Danielle on how she treats Johan, because she thinks that she is above him and everything. Like the way she commented about his butcher shop, the way that she's like not being honest to him about him wanting to go to America and stuff. Danielle is actually being really, really above him, acting really above him, like she's better than him and everything. I know she's trying to help, but how it's coming out, it's just, I have not liked Danielle for that this season, and I don't like the way she's treating Johan. And Johan has a lot of faith in everything, and Danielle does all this witchcraft and incest, whatever, and everything. And Johan is taking it in stride, but sooner or later he's gonna flip out. And I hope that Danielle understands, they're married. She said this is not a boyfriend and girlfriend thing. They are actually married. And so yeah, Danielle, you guys are married. Then start acting like a wife instead of a girlfriend. Quit trying to act all you're big and better than Johan and everything. Yes, you're successful, but if you acting all this big and bad and being better than him and everything, then you would already have like a better plan on your trip to the DR, and a better plan on trying to move to the DR. And I understand you and Johan are not on the same page on that, and y'all need to get on the same page. I'm just saying. So I really hope Danielle stops acting like she's bigger and better than Johan and everything. For a small girl, she has like a lot of bark. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, that was Danielle and Johan. Next couple I want to talk is Nicole and Mahood. So, their storyline this year is just going to be the whole storyline, the whole season. Rumor has it they're still together, but, they were planning to go to Mahood's uncle's house. Remember what happened last week? She tried to take him out. He tried to take her out in the neighborhood. They went to an all men's area, and Nicole was uncomfortable. Nicole met his friends. They were uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable. It's just a complete mess with that situation. And this episode, they're once again fighting over what Nicole is wearing. I have not seen any skin on Nicole this whole season. Not a single bit of skin. And it's still not enough for Mahood. The only skin I see on Nicole is just her hands. I'm surprised she don't wear gloves, to be honest with you. I have not seen any kind of skin other than her hands on Nicole this season. I have not seen her in short sleeves. I have not seen her in shorts. I've not seen her in just like regular sweatpants or, sweatshirt or anything. She's dressed really nice, really classy, really elegant and everything. And it's still not enough for Mahood. Mahood now wants her to cover her face with the hijab, and she says she will not do it. She says she draws the line there because she tried doing it once before, and she said it just got too hot under it, and I have to think of me first. And I respect that, and I'm glad she did that. But her and Mahood are still fighting over that and everything. And then Mahood just said, just pack up, just go. Like, you're an American, I'm Egyptian. This ain't working and everything. So Nicole takes it in stride. She goes and packs her stuff, and then Mahood comes in and just acts like nothing happened. And it's like, are you ready to go to my uncle's? And I'm like, go to your uncle's? No, I'm going back home. You told me that you're not right for me. I'm not right for you or whatever. I'm going back home. He's like, I didn't mean it like that and everything. We're just different and everything. But she was like, well, don't say this stuff like that to make me mad and everything. So Nicole and Mahood, I mean, yeah, I mean, we haven't seen like, I mean, this episode didn't get into much detail about it, but it's just like Nicole run, Nicole run. No matter what you do, it's never going to be good enough. And I feel bad, because again, we don't want to disrespect anybody's culture here, but no matter what she's doing, as I said, she has not shown a single ounce of skin this whole season. He keeps telling her to cover up, cover your face, cover everything. I'm not seeing any skin this whole season with Nicole. So I don't know. I don't want to comment on someone's culture, but I do think like in the Islamic religion there, like over in Egypt, they are a little too, because if over here we tell somebody to do that, then we're labeled as judgmental. We're labeled as judgmental. We're labeled as a hole and everything, and we get called out for being judgmental. But that's normal over there. So, because over here we like, I can wear whatever I want. You can't tell me what to do, this, and that, but they really press it over there. So, I mean, a lot of what I noticed of watching 90 Day Fiancé is that a lot of these culture barriers that these other countries have is really the same here, but they press it harder over there. Like in Indian culture, they are, the relationship, actually, I wouldn't say Indian culture, but Muslim culture, they really press the relationship with the parents. That's normal here. Islamic culture, they press them being modest. That's normal here. It's just more of a focus and a pinpoint over there than it is here. So like, hitting back to Jen and Rishi, like Jen is still upset about not being honest with Rishi's family and nervous about this arranged marriage and meeting that he's possibly going to have unless they tell him that they're getting engaged, that they are engaged and stuff. So, arranged marriages, that's common over in India and stuff. So, like I said, all these cultural things that we were looking at, it is common here, but it's just pressed more over there. Just saying. So that was Nicole and Mahood. Next is Debbie and Osama. So Debbie and Osama, again, they only had one scene. Debbie just got off the airport. She met Osama. She was happy. He told her to close her eyes and open them. He gave her a flower and stuff. And after, Debbie and Osama and her son Julian having much opinion about Osama, they're finally together and they had a nice little moment at the airport. That was literally that was all that happened with Debbie and Osama in this episode. I'm rooting on Debbie. I hope this guy is not looking good from previews, but I'm hoping like the looks can be deceiving when it comes to the previews because like I really want Debbie to pull this off. What the heck? You're 43 years older than him. What the heck? Seize the day. Why not? Why not? That's what I'm saying with Debbie and Osama. Next couple I want to talk is Chris and Jamie. So I feel bad for Jamie. I really feel bad for Jamie. So this episode, Chris told Jamie that she might have to go back to America because apparently somebody had stole her motorcycle, and she got a call from her mother saying that she was served court papers to go to court to prosecute the dude who stole her motorcycle. So she told Jamie that she said she don't know if she has to go or not, but she will have to leave like on the 19th and come back the 21st and everything. And that's not like a big deal, but what happened is that like Chris actually ghosted Jamie on her birthday before, and Jamie's really worried if that happens, if she's gonna get ghosted again. And so like you think 2 days is nothing, but considering their past, it is something. So like Jamie started crying crying and like figure out that, thinking that she's possibly going to lose her. And the worst part about it is they had to push back their wedding date. Remember, they said that they were going to get married in 9 days, and now they got pushed back the wedding date and everything. I don't know if they're still going to do that or not. Judging by the previews, and I did some early description thing, I don't think Jamie, or I don't think Chris actually went back to Alabama, but I think that was just a scare. But I understand why Jamie's upset. Then on top of that, later in the episode, we see Chris and Jamie go out to the supermarket, and then Chris has like a lot of pain in her back and her neck and her back and her vertebrae and everything, and she was crying like she hardly could move and stuff. And like they were supposed to go out to the market, and they just turned around and went home. Jamie called the doctor. The doctor came in and gave her like a little, it looked like a cortisone shot basically, and everything to help with the pain. And again, Jamie was just like, I had never seen a person in so much pain like I see Chris and everything. And it's hurtful, it's stressful. You know, Jamie just wants to have a happy life, and you know, Chris has a lot of health problems, and she's throwing them all on Jamie because like Chris also needs to get that surgery and everything on her back that she never get after her car accident and everything. So I don't know, it's tough because like, you know, it's tough like being with somebody who's always sick, or being with somebody who's like has like so many problems, like, and it's obviously not their fault and you can't fault them for that. But you know, in an early relationship where you all you want to do in the beginning of a relationship is just be all lovey-dovey, make love, go to places, get married and stuff, and then you got to focus on health problems and everything. So like I really feel bad for Jamie. I really do. I like Chris and Jamie. I like them, you know, but I think at some point Jamie is gonna reach her breaking point on dealing with this, because I think as of right now, Chris is a lot to deal with. Chris had mentioned that Jamie was a lot to deal with before, and that's why she ghosted her in the past. But I don't know. I'm seeing that Chris is more hard to deal with than Jamie, in my opinion. I don't know. Last couple I'm talking about is Gabriel and Isabel. So they confused. This was a really interesting and educational episode for Gabriel and Isabel. Gabriel goes to a plastic surgeon, and he, you know, as we all know, Gabriel is trans, and he said he's got his surgeries done. But, you know, there's still some other things that he would like to get done. He said, like, he still feels feminine in his front and top area and stuff. I really can't notice any feminine stuff, but he does, and he wants to get that taken care of. And that's all well and good. So him and Isabel go to the doctor and everything. Then they had an interesting conversation about, like what he wants to do, if he wants to do anything with his, you know what, his male private area. And you know, they just had a long conversation about it being rigid. I think the word was used, it being rigid, and how it's like, you know, it was like he doesn't want it any bigger. Is like at the, I guess he's content with what his, you know, what size is. And like, you know, like the doctor was asking him about like any more procedures on that, and I guess like he said no, he's good on that. But I just don't know what the conversation continued to carry on about that was, because like then him and Isabel go to a restaurant to talk about it and stuff, and like Isabel says she doesn't want it any bigger, you know, she says she wants to live. Okay, yeah, but I don't know. It just got really weird. And then they talked about, well, how does he, you know, finish? And you know, he said he can finish like. I don't understand. You know, personally, I apologize. I don't fully understand the surgical body parts of this of the transition to really like form an opinion about it, like, or even know the words by heart and stuff, even after watching it. But, you know, Gabriel, like, you know, he's like proving it. Gabriel at this point has nothing left to prove. Like, he's a guy now. He considers himself as a guy, and he's content with it, and Isabel only sees him as a guy. You know, he mentioned that he, at first, when he first got his, you know what, he actually had to wear an extra size of sweatpants because it was showing a little bit out more in public than what it should and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, TMI. TMI. Like, come on now. But I mean, whatever floats his boat. Whatever floats his boat. You know, so now they're just in preparation for, you know, him telling Isabel's parents that he's trans and stuff. But I think this consultation, like this meeting with the doctor, was kind of unnecessary. I really, if he feels like his his top area needs another surgery, okay, but I really couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell. So yeah. But yeah, it very educational on this. I learned something, but it's still confusing to me, and you know, I don't know if I want to research it or not. But still, it was interesting to learn. Really interesting to learn. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And once again, guys, thank you so much for last week's episode of Catfish video with Mother Wolf and David. Like, this is the video I got the most views on in a week. So thank you guys for watching. I want you guys to watch my other videos. I'll keep doing Catfish because I know that's clearly the show on my page that people watching are intrigued by. But I want you guys to watch and comment, watch and like these videos of 90 Day Fiancé and Married at First Sight. Like, you know, I want to keep this page going. Pretty soon, once I get more subscribers, guys, I need y'all to keep subscribing. Then I'll be doing lives and I'll be talking to all of you guys. But, you know, as I say in every comment and description, you know, I don't want you can comment on the episode, you know, if you disagree with me, respectfully disagree with me, but I don't want no rude comments. I don't want no racist comments, no homophobic comments, no transphobic comments or anything. You know, comments are allowed, but just about the episode. You're allowed to disagree with me, but please be respectful. You know, that's all I ask. But I do want you guys to keep watching these videos. I love doing them, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the new episode of Catfish. So see you guys soon. Thank you so much.